It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's Young from the shotgun. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at about the 14. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson.
The ball.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
58, 58, 58, come on. Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Block that, block that. 58, come on. 58.
Now it's Wilson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
38-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2? Win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Young. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Young. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down.
Darrell
Taylor in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A 60-yard attempt.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
Seahawks,
And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Not much there, only a yard.
26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Guys, game situation. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Hey, 0-0-0.
Here's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Now this will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
56 to Mike, boys, 56.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. I don't care if you're taking it around 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, it's Young.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Picked off at the 30. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Wilson slings this out to Metcalf.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Metcalf. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. Where the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And it's 21-3.
His kick is good. Makes the score Seahawks 21, Panthers 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will make it into the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. A really nice return all the way up to the 40, but hold everything. The flag down. You see it on your screen. This one looks like it's going to come back.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
56, Mike, 56.
McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 21. To 3 is your score after 1.
21, Panthers 3.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Let's put that team on the clock. 55 is Mike, guys, 55. And here we go.
McCaffrey on the toss right. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And it's 3rd down.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Young working out of the gun. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. L.J. Collier in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
You ain't got nothing. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Bring it. Bring it. 54 is Mike. 1-4. 25. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Hey, one set. Check.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Myers connects on the PAT, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
You, 19. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
To throw, Young. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, check Mike. Watch the divide. Hey, watch the slant. Check smash.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Brought him down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
I'm scared. Mike 56. Mike 56. Man, I got you. Shut.
They'll run with McCaffrey. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
56 to Mark, boy. 56. Check 56.
From the gun, Young completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Coming to you. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check 24. Check 24. Sponge. No. Watch twist. Buffalo 18.
Off the play fake, Young. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know what they've always said? I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
He's brought down at the 20.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike's 5-4. Okay, double up.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
19. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. This is Carson. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Tight dog. 12. Hey, 12. Switch gears.
To throw again is Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Under 10.
They run it with Carson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
58, right over there. Alert. 58, right there. Double dog. That's the way.
From the shotgun, Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for only a couple.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On second down, it's Carson, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
That's what I do. Rush in. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Save. Gun. 58's the money. You're not ready.
They'll try to run with Carson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was the kind of play that this defense needed, because it has not been a good half for them on that side of the football. Maybe they can use that one to regroup a little bit and start to play a little bit better.
Able to knock it through. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Slide to kick off for Carolina.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Dangerous return man showing it here.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Watch that. Switch. Move the team. Go.
To throw again. Wilson finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st down, Carson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
58's the money. 58's the money. Watch the run.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
From the gun, Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Yetur Gross-Matos has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
58, Mike. Watch the pass.
Here's Carson. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right? 14, got it. And 58 is the Mike. Go 58's the Mike. Here we go. 58's the Mike, 58's the Mike.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what did they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how did they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
58's the money. No chance. Kill. Turn it up.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 98 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Joey Sly to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Play action. Now Wilson. Sliding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. After the sack on first down, Wilson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
To throw is Wilson. To throw on third down. They'll find Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
41-yard line.
Now it's Carson. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Final minute now of the third quarter.
And they
run the option here on 1st and 10. Wilson gets rid of it quickly. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Check 26, check 26. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They run the counter. Carson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Give him 14 on the play. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
14, 14. Here we go. Here we go. Kill, 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 kill.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Brian Burns charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
2nd and goal.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
58's the money. 58's the money. Hey, alert. Let's see what you got. 58, right?
Now it's Wilson. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
Watch tight end. 3 down. 58's the money. Good job right there. All right, here we go. Let's go. Get in, let's go. Hey, let's get this.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30, the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
17.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Carolina.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I got you. You're all mine, baby.
Play action. It's Wilson. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
the gun. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Switch. Got it. Mike's 56. It's just me and you. Got it. 56. Check. We got it. Which one? 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Hey, alert 3. Big dad.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Check. Crunch. Alert. 58, Mike.
To throw is Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
They'll take over.
Now, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
It's just me and you.
Young off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. After the interception, here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Jumping.
On first and 10. It's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's another Seahawks first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. They'll toss it out to Carson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Touch 50, touch 50. Get in the right room. Right there, 54, right there, 54. I'll go special.
Throwing on second down. Wilson, that is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Oh, Wilson going to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Record.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on? And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Young, he's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, it's Young. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And Owen coughed it up, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's free going down the left side. It's a footways. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about it.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.